Good afternoon, people of St. Martin. Prime Minister Sylveria Jacobs here with the latest update regarding Tropical Storm Fiona. Based on the latest weather information submitted at 11 a.m. from the Meteorological Department of St. Martin, today, Saturday, regarding the passing of Tropical Storm Fiona, which was located about 105 miles south of St. Martin. Gradual strengthening of this storm is forecast to take place as it moves away from our area. The tropical storm conditions, however, are still being experienced, and therefore, the country remains under a tropical storm warning. The flood advisory also remains in effect. As such, the government of St. Martin continues to call on the population to remain vigilant. It has been decided that essential businesses will be allowed to open at their own discretion as of 2 p.m. today. That is, the essential services that were mentioned in the ministerial regulations on business closures of the 16th of September, which are supermarkets, grocery stores and bakeries, hardware stores, restaurants, pharmacies, and gas stations. This is, of course, not mandatory. Businesses may also choose to remain closed. As such, the population is asked to remain at home as much as possible unless absolutely necessary for emergency supplies, as the flood advisory, as I mentioned just a few seconds ago, remains in effect. In further updates, I can report the following: that the airport, St. Martin Princess Juliana International Airport, will remain closed for the rest of today and will reopen as of Sunday, September 18th at 7 a.m. There have been major gusts of wind still reported at the airport up to 47 miles per hour up to today. As such, it is a safety precaution, and we admire that the airport is taking such a stance. The Port of St. Martin maritime operations at Port St. Martin remain closed today due to the sea conditions, which are quite rough. Many swells and high waves. Once these subside, an assessment will be carried out by the port and updates will be provided by the port. The hurricane shelter, which was open yesterday, was continued to house 3 persons and will be closed later today. NVGEBE has reported no power outages. There was an isolated event in Pelican last evening, which was restored. All other emergency support functions have reported that there were no incidents to report. In fact, the Police Department of St. Martin has highly commended the population in its compliance in remaining indoors and keeping traffic at a minimum. During morning hours of today, the Ministry of Romy carried out assessments and the cleanup of the road network is ongoing. Those that must make use of the road should exercise caution and avoid excessive speed on the wet roads. In my tour around the island, I have noted that there is still quite some flooding areas in the low-lying areas that we know of. Caution is needed. Several persons I noticed, even though there were not many cars on the road, several were moving at high speed. This is quite dangerous in a wet situation, and so we encourage all road users who must use the road to do so with caution. Once again, it is recommended that persons remain indoors as much as possible as the tropical storm known as Fiona has slowed down. It is gathering some strength, though moving away from our area, and the flooding, flash flooding, can still take place with the rains that can occur throughout the rest of the day. As such, we ask you to remain indoors, stay vigilant, and continue to protect the loved ones, your own lives, because in all these precautions, the main interest is to ensure safety and security of the people of St. Martin. So I'll repeat, the main change for today is that businesses, essential businesses, as per the MR, will be allowed to open at 2 p.m. at their discretion. Those are supermarkets and grocery stores, bakeries, hardware stores, restaurants, pharmacies, and gas stations. Not mandatory, at their discretion, So please stay at home if there is no reason for you to be on the streets. There is definitely no need to be sightseeing. We'll continue to bring you the updates. The Department of Communication will also continue to bring updates from your local area as to where there's flooding, etc. And we ask that the people of St. Martin continue to protect yourselves and your family. This will be our last broadcast that will be going live unless the situation deteriorates further. As such, regular business hours are expected to commence tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Let me repeat that. Regular business hours are expected to commence tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. So unless there are any further deterioration within our system, this will be the last update on Tropical Storm Fiona from me as Prime Minister, but do continue to follow our Department of Communications live Facebook page, the 1079, as well as meteosxm.com for up-to-date information on the progress of the storm. It has been an honor to be able to be with you during this storm. I thank you for your compliance with the regulations in place. Continue to be faithful, continue to be safe. We have survived this one, but of course, many other islands within our region are still facing heavy winds and storms, and we've heard very sad news out of Guadeloupe. So don't take water for granted. Any excessive rainfall can be hazardous to our health, and so please continue to be vigilant. God bless the people of St. Martin. God bless you. And enjoy the rest of your Saturday.